Well, thanks for joining us here at 5:30. I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. Donald Trump will be president once again after a decisive victory over Kamala Harris.
Yeah, analysts, they're pointing to young voters as a big reason Trump is heading back to the White House. According to exit polls from NBC News, Vice President Harris capturing the support of 55% of voters in ages 18 to 29, with 42% of that group voting for Trump.
When you compare that to 2020, 60% of that age group voted for Joe Biden and just 36% voted for Trump. The big gains among young people giving Trump a massive boost.
And tonight we're hearing more from those young voters in the Queen City about this presidential election and what the results mean to them.
WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris went to UNC Charlotte to speak with them.
Well, there's mixed reactions from students on UNC Charlotte's campus following Election Day. Some surprised by the results, while others admit that they just didn't vote this election.
Typical school day, different conversation.
Every kind of conversation I hear, every time I'm walking by a group of people, everyone's talking about the election.
Some of the conversations carried emotions for students on campus.
I just knew my friends were really upset.
But what mattered to Gen Zs this election?
I wouldn't depend on character, but rather policies.
It was a couple things for me: economy and foreign policy.
And some students,
I don't know. I don't really have a strong reaction either way.
just not as invested within this year's election.
Didn't really even think about getting a mail-in ballot, so just didn't end up voting.
Jackson Meddy admits he didn't vote this election and regrets doing so.
I do wish I got my mail-in ballot and just had signed up for it earlier to just grab one and just to vote, just to exercise my civic duty, because I do feel bad I didn't vote. I just ended up not doing it for this one.
As more Gen Zs aim to mold their future, Tino Richard hopes more will exercise their rights to vote every election season.
I think our generation, just like the other generations, have a bunch of nuances to it, and some people support one party, others support the other, and it's not a one way when it comes to this generation. So vote for who you believe in.
At UNC Charlotte, Miles Harris, WCNC Charlotte.